I know what a lot of y'all are probably thinking. This shit looks weird as fuck. I'm talking about Jeff Lamire's Sweet Tooth. On its way to Netflix. It's time to talk about it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Klepcx FM, brought to you by waaaay.com, a place where we talk about movies, television, and pop culture. And if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe key and that notification bell so you can be up to speed about everything that I talk about here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Netflix has done it again for me. They hooked it up. As always, shout out to Netflix. They are the greatest. They are the best. And they gave me an early peek of the entire series of Jeff Lamire, executive produced by Robert Downey Jr. and his wife. We're talking about Sweet Tooth, guys. This is a 2009 comic book that came out. It's a Canadian writer, Jeff Lamire. He wrote and illustrated this book himself. It is out there, guys. I'm gonna tell you, man. It's funny, it's fun, it's cute, and it's serious at times. Before we get into what did I think about this series, it was 10 episodes long. Let's talk about who's in this. Christian Convery, who is the leading character by the name of Gus, aka Sweet Tooth. We have Adil Akata. Will Forte is in this as well. We also have Anzo Anazi is in this as well. He's a very important character in this as well. And there in a slew of other people in this who some seem familiar, some don't. But they're not really. Stephanie Owen is in this as well. She's a pivotal character in this. She plays Bear, and I gotta tell you guys, straight up, this shit is weird. It's weird as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. So the story is about, there of course is a virus. There's a pandemic going on. Same old. I know we're over it. 2020 is come and gone. We're in a better state right now where we're getting back out there for people, right? We're getting right back out there. But I promise you, as relatable as this is, there is a lot more fantasy in this and a lot more magic, so to speak, within Sweet Tooth. And I think that it's a decent watch. It's a decent watch. The story follows, this young boy who is raised by his father in the forest. He's different, and he's not the only one that's different. So somehow, some way, the pandemic is that not only are people getting sick, but there are hybrids, animals / human beings being born on Earth. And he happens to be part deer and part human. There are other animal people out there, young people who were born during this pandemic, and it's not even explained right away. So you're kind of thrown into this world and you're like, what in the hell is going on? And what would I do in this situation? So the kid is then catapulted out into the world. He's been concealed and protected for quite some time since he was born, and now he has to venture out into the world. And along the way, he makes some enemies, and along the way, well, not makes, but meets some enemies, and along the way, he meets some allies. And it's heartwarming. It's very heartwarming, and they did a really good job at softening this thing up, because if you can see in the book, Sweet Tooth is not the most handsome boy, but the cast in the series, they're all very cute, very warm looking, and approachable, and you feel for them. They softened up the characters a lot, the hybrids, I should say. But the world is cruel. It has a sense of people out there are calling it Mad Max meets Bambi, but I don't see that at all. I say more. I don't know. It's it's definitely post-apocalyptic, but I would say more along the lines of a Walking Dead sense, where, you know, everyone is kind of like has this cutthroat mentality, and, you know, if they see anybody that is sick, they immediately target them as the enemy, and they don't want to have anything to do with it, and they have an execution process, so to speak. So yeah, it's out there. Believe it or not, this is family friendly. I took it as family friendly, and that's thanks to the leading star in this series, Christian Convery. He is phenomenal as Gus. You gotta love the kid. You will love the kid, like, off rip. He's like so perfectly casted. He's so naive, but yet so adorable. And you root for him. Like, you want to go on this journey with him, and you want him to be happy, and you'll fall in love with the kid. So it's very family friendly. It's not a bad series. It's not overly violent that I recall. So I think that this is going to be a great addition to a good family watch. Sweet Tooth on Netflix, which is coming this week, I believe, this weekend, June 4th. Yeah, you guys get ready for it. Sweet Tooth is coming, and I thought it's a decent family watch. I don't think it's like the greatest thing, but it wasn't a boring 8 episodes. You know, I watched it and found myself wanting to go back to see what was going to happen, what's going on, like, what is, you know, so you'll get a little trapped into it. And I see kids kind of digging this a little bit, like, you know, because like I said, the kid, Sweet Tooth, like, he's adorable. You'll fall for it, like, easily. So shout out to Netflix for adapting this story, because it was a comic that I've passed along on the shelves numerous times until I just decided, you know, let me just grab this. And it was the cover that kind of stuck out to me. So glad I did that when I did. Guys, check out Sweet Tooth on Netflix. You let me know if you're going to be checking this out, or if you checked it out already and what you thought. I'd love to hear what everyone thinks about this series and what you think. Check it out, Sweet Tooth, June 4th on Netflix. Again, like, comment, share. Make sure you subscribe. And for more movie news, television news, pop culture, and my podcast, Critics Talk, make sure you guys check out wearecritics.com. And I'll talk to you all later. Peace.